You're coming up to me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive.
I inhaled after stepping inside the building. My eyes traveled around to admire each and every piece. Finally, finally, I got my dream job in my favorite company. It's special, special because only I know how much hard work I had put into it. After a lot of sacrifices, a lot of mental breakdowns, and a lot of heartbreaks, I've kept myself strong so that I won't give up. Not for anyone, but for myself. I have to live for myself even though I don't think I deserve it. But I sacrificed my biggest happiness. I can't be selfish. People who call me that, they don't know my part of the story. I again took a deep breath and walked towards the office as I have to find it by myself. It's my first day and I don't want to make mistakes. You knocked before opening the door, but your feet stopped as you saw the person in front of you, sitting in his chair while looking at you as if he was already waiting for you to show up. Your eyes recognized him even though he has changed completely. Compare how you have seen him last time. He doesn't look like that soft and playful guy anymore. He has built into a very handsome yet cool man. Welcome to the John Group's Miss Kang Wayan. His voice felt different, but you can't expect him to be soft for you because that was the past and now you are nothing more than a boss and an employee. You bowed at him. "안녕하세요. I've joined as a secretary of you. Just start your work because I don't need an introduction." You swallowed and nodded while looking down. Then you quietly walked towards your desk, which is assigned for you in his own office room. Jungkook doesn't want to look at you, but his eyes were not ready to listen to his command. They were away from you for 6 years, and now that he finally got you again, he can't stop this feeling. I was nervous from inside when I got to know about her. The girl I loved more than anything in my life, but now everything has changed. We are not lovers but not enemies too. I was looking at her trying to find a cheerful and a talkative girl who was full of positivity, but now she doesn't look the same. Her eyes are not shiny as before. She looks pale, like a living dead who is just trying to survive without any will. But why am I thinking about her so much? Why do I care when I'm supposed to be hating her? Why do I want to know how she's doing when she literally left me in the middle when we promised to be together till we die? She left me when I was deeply in love with her without caring about my feelings. Why do I feel the need to see her again and again? My thoughts interrupted when my phone started to ring. She looked at me when I didn't answer because I was lost in her. I'm sure she has feeling nervous before speaking to me. Your phone is ringing, sir. I quickly shifted my eyes to the other side and picked up my phone. Yes, Mom. Your hand stopped in the middle when you heard him calling his mother. I'm not sure if I would be able to come or not. Please don't insist. He cut the call and looked towards you while you quickly looked down in the file. Did you not check the schedule? We have a meeting. I'm so sorry, sir. You got up with the stuff and left outside following him from behind. But uncle, why do you want me to leave him? We are just good friends. See kid, you have to leave him one day. Now or then, it doesn't matter for now. We can clearly see where this friendship is going and it's really a distraction for Jungkook. He's going away from his passion. That's why you shouldn't be with him. If you really think of him as a good friend and care about him, then leave him and let him focus on his career. He would definitely not want to study here if you leave him. And that's how we'll send him to United States for his further studies. I hope you're understanding what we're trying to say. But how does it affect him? Why do I have to break up with him and leave him when I would simply convince him to go to the States? Your tears were falling, but it had no impact on his parents. It's not as easy as you think. You better focus on your studies and let him on his. I don't think your mother would be pleased to hear when she'll hear all this. If you truly want him to be a successful person in future, then leave him. You looked at them in disbelief. Here are the documents from the meeting earlier. I'm going now. You put the file on his table before walking towards your own desk and grab your bag, but accidentally it dropped from your hand, making all the stuff scattered on the floor. You quickly started to collect your stuff and shove it inside the bag. Jungkook noticed a bottle of pills. It was not normal. Before he could ask you, you left from there. He noticed one pill on the floor which must have dropped from your bag. He walked near before picking it up. Examining it closely, he realized it was an antidepressant. Why is she taking these antidepressant pills? He put it inside his pocket and decided to go home. You sat on the chair and leaned your back against the back of it. At this point, you don't even know what you're feeling. Would you be happy to see him finally successful, or should be feeling sad and guilty for leaving him? But one thing was that life completely changed after him, and today, when you pretend like you'll never know him, was more heartbreaking and hard at the same time. He must be hating me, but I'm no one to complain about it. I deserve it. You closed your eyes trying to sleep, but like always, this night would also going to be sleepless. Another day in the office, and as usual, you were doing your work while Jungkook's eyes were on you. You felt him, but don't say anything. He was finding the cheerful girl in you, but she has lost somewhere deep. That it's hard to find her. Now, don't even talk much, just simply say a few words that are necessary. He was angry with you, had a lot of complaints, but seeing your condition made him forget about everything and worried about you. One thing he got to know that you're really going through hard time, or maybe went through that has turned you silent and a loner. The manager came inside the office. Ma'am, if you have passed that agreement papers to the top management, then can we start working on the project? You slowly looked at him and nodded. Yes, and here, take these papers with you. He took the file from your hand. Thank you, ma'am. He smiled and left from there. Did you finish the work? I've got a call from Mr. J that he still hasn't received the documents. He looked at him. They will be ready in an hour. I'll text them for the delay. Did you not sleep well yesterday? You seem lost every few minutes. He was making it sound like a complaint, but in reality he was concerned and wanted to know if you really slept or not. You have you are even getting skinnier day by day as if you don't eat anything. You lowered your head. Sorry, sir, it won't happen again. He made you overwork purposely so that he could get a chance to drop you to your house so that he could at least talk to you about something. He did his works until then, But at the same time, he kept his eyes on you too. You took those medicines 2 times from the time you came to the office. You checked the time and it was 11 p.m. Yet Jungkook was not looking in the mood that he would let you go. Food delivery guy came when you were in the office alone. This order is for John Jungkook. He's not here right now. Leave it here. He nodded and gave you the bag. You walked to his desk and placed it there. Oh, it's already here. He walked inside the office and went straight to his seat. I've completed the work. Can I go home now? He lifted up his head and turned towards you. How would you go? Do you come with your own car? I'll manage, he said slowly. Let's finish this food first. I'll drop you off later, he said, taking out the boxes from the bag while you looked at him. You don't have any idea what he's trying to do or what he's doing all this. But one thing you realized is he's still the soft-hearted Jungkook from inside. I'm not hungry and you don't have to trouble yourself. I'll go by myself. I'm not asking you, he said coldly and then lifted up his eyes to look at you. It's my order. You two looked at each other for some time before you lowered your eyes. You both sat down as he opened the lid of food containers and served you two before eating. He took a bite and then looked at you who were still sitting, lowering your head. What are you waiting for? You looked at him. Eat it, try to listen to others too. Your heart ached. You didn't want to make it worse, so you picked the spoon before taking a bite. Seems like things didn't work out well without me, right? You slowly lift up your face and looked at him. You might have thought everything would be good once you leave me, but as I look at you now, I don't think you have lived happily. You tried to control your tears. It was hard to swallow the food which was in your mouth no matter how hard you tried. You picked up the glass of water with your shaky hands, but it dropped on the floor. I'm sorry. You panicked. He got off the chair and sat on the floor to pick up the broken pieces of glass. Jungkook also got up as he was so surprised to see your condition. Or you could say he got scared to see your condition. It is worse than what he thought. It's okay, don't pick them. I'll do it. You didn't listen and one piece of glass stuck in your palm. Are you crazy, Vian? He quickly came near you and held your hand before looking at you. What's wrong with you? What have you made yourself, huh? You looked at his panicked face, tears built up in your eyes. I'll do it. Shut up, just shut up. He made you sit on his chair and quickly took out the first aid box. He carefully took out the piece of glass from your palm. You used to cry even with a small cut, and now nothing is inside your eyes except tears. What have you turned yourself into? He cleaned the blood from your palm and covered it with bandage after applying the ointment. Is this how you promised me to live with when I'm gone? Is that why you broke up our friendship just to end like this? I'm sorry. All I have to say is sorry. He somehow managed to speak. He looked at you and wiped your tears. I already know everything, but I never thought you would let me like this, even if it's for my good. I wanted to achieve all this with you standing by my side. Just tell me why you made yourself like this, and if you can't, then I will go to your mom to ask her. You slowly looked at him and tears fell from your eyes. You won't find her because she's no more to tell you what I have been through. What? His heart clenched. With just one sentence, he got an idea how much you must have suffered. Meanwhile, he was thinking of hating you without knowing your part of the story. He hugged you tightly, feeling guilty that he didn't fight to stay with you. He went away from you without knowing the reason and blamed you for everything. He was depressed too for a few months, but eventually got over when he put his whole focus on his career just to take his revenge from you. But in reality, he never wanted that. He wanted you again and does all this just so that he could again find you and tell you how lonely it was without you. Just why didn't you tell me anything? Why took the blame of everything on yourself? We promised to be together in each other's goods and bad. Then why we were alone in the most crucial period of our life? That time I only did what I thought was right after hearing people. I can't hold you back for my own selfishness. You're still stupid like before. How did you think that you would be selfish by holding on to me? We were friends then. How can being with a friend who knows you better than anyone can be selfish thing? You looked at him with those tears and tired eyes. I'm sorry, but now I'm tired of trying. Tired of pretending like everything will be fine one day when I'm completely broke from inside. I don't have the will to do anything anymore. He again hugged you. You don't have to do anything. Now I'm here and I will make everything alright. Just promise to be with me and never listen to anyone again. I'm not going to leave you now. You did what you wanted and now it's my turn.
There's a place where you can run free. Time does not exist. Take a chance when the world before us falls under